Okay, so he kind of looks at you. He got with his eyes squint a little bit, and he's like, he looks back down at his empty cup.
Okay, now I want to pickpocket. What's his name? Eagle Man.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. Okay. For you, give me with advantage perception check.
Where is it?
Because what was your passive perception?
10.
Okay, yeah. Give me a advantage perception check.
Oh.
Okay, so you notice that the little halfling is once again kind of like under, like kind of starts at your foot, but kind of rides up your leg and is kind of going towards where you would keep your goods. And you see him, and you guys kind of meet eye to eye in the middle of him, like, and he kind of freezes in place.
I just thought I'd check for you. You know, our friend over there, he wants.
Hey, get that hand on my face.
Okay, so you kind of catch him in the
slap his hand out of the way. Yeah.
He seems very, very shifty.
I gotta think for this.
And you guys, everyone sees what happens because it's like a quiet moment in the bar. The maid over there, the barmaid kind of looks over and kind of squints her eyes. And
Halfling, you're acting a little shifty.
Goes to serve these other two people drinks.
Oh, we're just having a good time here. You know, I was just checking for you. I didn't want you to go through the trouble, but that guy over there, you know, the creepy one, the party pooper, he's looking for some a little more mead or a little more beer. You know what I mean?
Wait here. I get up and I go to the loudmouths over here, and I take
these guys.
I take the man's drink.
Oh, you take the man's drink
without words. I just take it, and then I walk away.
He looks at you, kind of surprised at first. When you're about to reach, he kind of pulls it away a little bit. He says, "Excuse me," and he looks at you in the eyes.
And I say, "You're excused for the rest of your life." And I
he kind of looks into your eyes. The barmaid sees that you're causing a little bit of trouble, so she goes, "Stop it over there, or I'll have you listen to shakes of a goat."
I do not keep my eyes off the man.
Okay.
I put my hand
So you
closer
guys
to the
are
cup.
staring at each other. Your hands are still on his drink.
Yes.
So he's kind of holding his drink. You have your hands on top of his drink, kind of like you're covering it, and there's slight tension between you and the man. You're both holding the same drink.
Alright. I start to take it towards my I try to pick it up.
You pick it, so you're pulling towards yourself.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and give. No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, the drink is gonna fly out of his hand. You see half the drink kind of spill out onto the floor, and you're holding it, and he kind of looks at you. His girlfriend kind of stands up and goes, "Huh!" She walks out. He kind of looks kind of sad because he looked terrible in front of this girl he was trying to date. And she leaves. He kind of looks at you and he's like, "If I was younger," and he kind of leaves the bar too, and he walks away, a little dejected. So you're holding a half-filled drink right now.
I'd like to yell after him. If you experience an erection lasting for more than 4 minutes, you should consult the doctor.
When you're saying that, when you get to the word consult, the doors they're swinging closed already.
I say weak, and I pour his drink into hers, and I bring it towards the crazy old man.
Okay, so the crazy old man is kind of looking at you. And he's like, "Oh, one of you. Well, what is this here?"
Lubricant.
He looks at you.
Social lubricant.
For me? Oh, of course, of course. I'm sure you want to hear one of my tales. He's kind of like rocking back and forth.
No. I say, wait.
What was that?
I say, wait.
I'm gonna stand up.
He kind of was reaching for the drink, so you're taking the drink with you.
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of reached over the drink, and he kind of stares at you. And he kind of gets kind of sad, and then he looks back down again at his feet.
I look at the halfling and said, "Here, you're up.
Oh, fantastic! I walk under the orc's legs.
Okay,
Him.
it's fine.
Oh, wait. I checked to make sure he does not pickpocket me.
You're kind of watching him this entire time, like he
Yes.
look, like you bend over and you kind of like follow him going towards your legs. So you're basically like you're almost in a bowed position, but you're looking at him like upside down with your head on the floor.
Okay, so I get to the
Yeah,
table.
I'm
I
just
slam the
standing and
drink
watching.
down onto the table, and I'm like, "Let's hear it, but quiet. Remember, don't poop the party."
Okay, so then he accepts your drink and he says, "Oh yes, you must want to hear my tales. Oh, you won't believe this tale." You just hear chopping, like just incessant chopping.
Okay, I'll peek through the door and see what the chef is doing.
Okay. As soon as you're starting to open the door, the maid looks at you and says, "No one back! Oh, employees only!"
Okay, I run away. And I was
Okay.
just saying, "Oh, I was just looking for a refill. That's all."
Oh, of course you can have a refill. She goes and to the keg and fills up a new cup. 2 copper, please.
Oh yeah, that'll be on my friend, the fish eagle man over there.
Oh
Bye.
no! I need. No, she does. She's holding in her hand. So she's like, "I need the money now."
Oh, okay. What would you say to this wonderful, beautiful? It's worth so much. This little pitten,
What are you offering her?
this pitten.
Oh no, I would go out of business if I was bartering. Cash only.
Cash only.
She kind of holds out her hand now, for the 2 copper, and she's looking a little annoyed at this point, because she's seen you
Okay.
scurrying around the bar for quite a while already.
I'll be right back.
She kind of looks at you a little bit, and she kind of pours the drink back into the barrel,
Okay.
and it goes back to wiping down the table.
I wanna sneakily pickpocket these 2.
These 2 guys? Okay, the barmaid's gonna see that, and she's gonna say, "One more out of you, and I'll have you out of here."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She kind of looks and is like, "Ah, halflings, they're the worst." And she goes ahead and serves them. It's like, "What can I get you, boys?"
She's the only one working, huh? There's nobody else like around.
She's working, but then there's also the cook here.
Okay, but nobody
I
else.
could go and ask if
Yeah,
anybody's
she's been in this business for quite some time, so she knows when mischief is afoot.
Does anybody here the money?
I look at him and I say, "You were too weak to do it on your own. Next time, I will give you the blessing of Shargas."
Shargas, yes, our god. I love Shargas.
I noticed. Well, wait, did you try to pickpocket them or no?
He was
No.
he was attempting to like go kind of near their ankles, and the
Yeah.
barmaid was like, "Hey,
I don't- You need to pray to Edith, goddess of peace. You caused too much mischief in here. And I call over the barmaid and offer 1 gold for a round on the house.
around on the house."
A round of pitchers.
Okay, so
For 1 gold.
you're calling the barmaid over? Okay,
Yeah.
so she walks over
I
and says, "What can I do for you guys?"
A round on me for 1 gold for my friends here.
All right, so go
And
ahead.
that man in the corner.
And she's like, "Well, all right." And she goes ahead and goes back, and she brings you guys. You're buying a round for the whole bar. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. So she takes her gold. You overpaid a lot, but everyone kind of like hears you do that. Everyone's like, "Ah, to the newcomer!" Everyone's kind of cheering and they're happy. Everyone's drinking, and you see this man, and he's especially happy when he gets his like little drink of beer. He drinks it right away and puts it back down, and kind of like goes back to sleep in his lap. Everyone else is kind of like drinking their beer like at a normal pace. But for some reason, this man just downed it immediately, and is kind of like nodding in and out.
Okay, I also down my drink. Glug 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 glug, and then I cheerfully walk over to him, and I start.
I'm gonna
dancing
walk over
the
too.
table to wake him up.
Yeah, we're just gonna wake this guy up. All right.
You wake him up.
Yep.
I'm gonna gently slap him on the cheek to wake him up.
And he goes, oh, wow, fans, I see. Oh, did you want to hear more of my stories?
Friend, I think you owe us a story now.
Story? Where's? I always tell everyone a drink for a story.
We gave
Drink
you a drink.
for a story. A drink for a story. Drink for a story. He's like kind of repeating that a little bit while he's like kind of swaying back and forth.
I asked for another pitcher since I obviously overpaid. I just asked for another one.
You
From the
want
maiden.
more? You want more drinks, honey?
Yes, please.
Okay, 2 copper, no problem.
I just gave you a whole gold for that.
I know, and you were so generous to buy everyone a round of drinks. 2 copper.
Okay. Oh, do you have change for a gold?
Of course, of course, of course. So it's gonna be 10 silver for 1 gold and 10 copper for 1 silver. So you can math that. So she gets your change. Go ahead and put that on your character sheet, and she hands you a drink.
Okay. And then I hand the drink to the guy. I was like, and then I say, where's the story now? Here, tell us a story.
Oh yes, I told you about. So I was in this haunted house that, the famed haunted house everyone was talking. It's really haunted. And,
Where is it?
Oh, it's over there. It's east of Saltmarsh. You wouldn't believe it. So as I was sneaking in the back, I was attacked by a legion of rats, being led by a vampire. And he kind of like finishes his drink as he finishes that, and he says, "Oh yes, it was a scary time in that house. Drink for a story. Drink for a story." He kind of mutters back again. Oh.
This guy's leading us nowhere.
Is this a true story?
Yes, of course. I did go in that house. It was crazy. I can't believe all the things that happened.
If we go there, will we see rats and vampires?
He kind of looks at you. You seem quite. Go ahead and give me. How are you saying this? Are you trying to be perceptive about it? Are you saying it with power?
I'm saying it like I'm sort of insinuating he's a liar. That he better stop wasting my time.
Okay. Go ahead and give me intimidation then. Okay. He kind of looks at you. He's a little frightened, and he says, I promise, I'll take you there myself. I did go to the haunted house. I did go to the haunted house. He's saying over and over again.
Then you
He's
will
like-
take us there. You will take us there. You will take us there.
He says, okay, and he kind of gets up. He kind of shakes off his drunkenness, try to be a little more sober, and he's just kind of shuffling and walking along. And he's as he's saying that, he's muttering, "I'll show you the haunted house. I'll show you the haunted house."
Well,
And
you're big.
he's walking towards. He starts to walk out the bar.
Alright,
I guess we'll
follow.
follow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead
Alright.
and we'll transport you guys. To
Stop trying to pick my pockets.
we'll transport you over to the overworld. And there's that man. You guys are at the bar over here, and you're just gonna be heading east over here.
Wait,
we
I
don't
don't
see it
you
yet.
didn't. We don't see it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I have to drag you guys into the map. There you go. So you guys are over here, by the Wicker Goat. And it's over here on the east side. So he's going to be quite a long walk while he's muttering. You guys are following him?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so as you guys are walking through town, this behavior of this man kind of has become like a famous spectacle that he's been doing for quite some time. So what you actually see is you see a bunch of people kind of following you guys, like kind of hyped up because they're, and you hear whispers while you guys are walking. You're saying, "Oh, he's going to the haunted house. The haunted house, you say? Oh my goodness!" So you kind of have like a little like band of people following this obviously very intoxicated man down the street, and you guys are following him. And that is when we get to the haunted
Wait.
house. Let me go ahead and paste
Was there a
what you
church
guys-
on anywhere nearby on the way
What was
there?
that?
Was there a church somewhere that we passed or no?
Let me look.
Yeah.
Not on the way.
Okay.
They're kind of all they're all on the outskirts of town. Okay, so
I'm still carrying a bag of fish.
yeah, you're carrying your bag of it. So as you guys are pulling up or walking up, this is what you see. I linked it in the Discord. You see that, and I'll go ahead and drop you guys over here. So you guys are approaching the haunted mansion. Now I can start reading this module. It's ridiculous. Okay. One sec. Alright, I linked it. And the road to the house winds through the rocky coastal terrain, often offering a view of the sea below. Low clouds press upon you. Occasional patches of sunlight appear out over the water. A stiff wind blows in off the waves, carrying the briny stink of churning salt water. So you guys, this house is located kind of 4 miles up the coast of Salt Marsh. You see the townspeople as you guys are starting to approach. The closer they get to the house, you kind of see a lot of people that are anxious. And as soon as the house comes to view, they all start to walk back towards town. And so does the old man.
I stop him from leaving.
Okay, so the old man kind of like he kind of bumps into you, and he's like, "Oh, what can I do? Okay, well, yes."
I'm gonna position myself in a way to like enhance his intimidation.
You will
Okay.
show us the way to the rats and vampires.
Oh no! I'd rather die than do that. He's really really drunk. He kind of like he's swaying back and forth as you're kind of like talking to him, and he kind of like tries to go around. He's like tiptoeing kind of to your right, kind of go around you.
I grab
cast,
him.
You
and
grab him?
I cast thaumaturgy, which turned my eyes bright, glowing red, and I say, "Be careful what you wish for, old man."
Okay, so you grab him and you cast thaumaturgy, right? How close are you to this old man as you're doing this?
I'm letting Grod do all the work, but I'm kind of like off to his side.
How much does he? Okay, so he kind of looks to the right where you are, right? You're kind of doing your glowy eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and you traumatize him. He passes out.
Oh, was it too much?
The townspeople looking back are kind of seeing you kind of bully this man, and they're like, "We should tell the Taran guard about this." And then they kind of look at you, and they're kind of looking at you, kind of seeing what you're gonna do next.
I'm gonna pick him up and what's that movie called? Breakfast. What's it called? And I'm gonna take his.
Oh,
body.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like grab his arm and sort of wave at the crowd.
They kind of look at you doing that. They see that his eyes are obviously closed, so they're not that far away. They're just over the hill a little bit, and they're like, "What are they gonna do to him?" They're kind of looking at you guys.
All right, I'm just gonna put him over my shoulder because we can't leave him here, right?
They're just
no.
staring. They're just
That would
staring
be a shame.
at you guys while you guys like have him, while you have him over their shoulder, and
Completely
you kind of hear one of them
irresponsible of us if we were to do
yell
that.
back and is like, "You leave him alone."
I yell back, where's the nearest church?
The church back over at Saltmarsh on the north side.
How nice of them.
Now give him, you brute.
I yell out, "Come and take him!"
They send like literally the most scrawny little like kind of teenage boy you've seen because they're a little wary. They're little adults, so they go do that, Jeremy. So then Jeremy comes up and he kind of he's holding his hands out.
Your name, boy.
Jeremy, sir.
Jeremy. I pull out a gold and say, "Do you want to make some money today?"
Boy, do I.
You are the bravest in your village. Come with us. We will have an adventure, and I will give you this gold.
Oh, I can't go anywhere with the strangers.
I am Gra. That is will be. That is-
He kind of looks at you while you're presenting yourself. He's like, "That's a weird name." He scurries off backwards, and he kind of tells his mom. You kind of whisper. You see him whispering to his mom, like, "He's scary." And then the husband comes over and says, "Come on, you can't take a villager here. You guys are outsiders. We'll call the guard."
I am like, we're just taking him to the church.
They're kind of looking at you disappointingly, and they're like, "We need him. You can't mess with citizens of Saltmarsh."
Is that the guy saying that?
That's the girl. The girl came over because after what he told his mom, and he's
Okay.
saying that to you.
I'm
But they're
gonna
kind of distanced from you because they're still scared. So they're kind of like they're kind of shouting it a little bit,
All right.
and the man's kind of like.
I'm gonna drop the drunk man. And I'm gonna yell out as mean as I can. And what will the guards say when you let a boy to a brute like me before coming yourself?
I was like, "Don't trust us," and they're kind of angry with you guys. So you see a couple of them kind of scurry away, running towards the back to Saltmarsh, and a little mob of them are just watching you guys, kind of seeing what you'll do next. And then you hear one of them say, "We warned you."
Well, to be
God.
honest, I don't really care too much about this guy. If we have to carry him in, that's one less hand that we could use.
Right when you drop the old man, you kind of you have this pungent smell in your nose. You've noticed that the impact of him falling on the ground, he's actually soiled himself rectally.
Uh,
I'm just gonna sigh out loud and yell back at the mob that's gathered. Will somebody get this man a pair of pants?
I just
Yeah.
dropped you guys in the map.
oh, where?
They're too weak to come this close.
Oh,
And then you hear a very 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 small girl, very attitudey. "You better give him back."
I yell, "Come and take him!"
The little girl cries.
Girl, let's just leave him.
So
Yeah.
there's this standoff of you guys just watching the town guard, or watching, and the town guard. They're still walking towards the town guard.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out, "We're leaving him. If he dies, it's your fault."
Okay, they kind of watch, and they're waiting for you to walk away from him.
all right.
Okay. When they approach him, I just yell back, "Go away! Read some books."
They kind of come upon the old man. They kind of look at you guys. They're like, "Oh, these outsiders." You see one man in particular. He slaps him in the face, and the guy wakes up and starts following them back to town. And let me. All right, so now you guys are coming up to the house. Are you guys walking towards the house? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys are a couple sissies, huh?
All right.
Kidding.
So you guys are coming up to the house. The decrepit house sits on the highest ground in the area. Around it, a stone wall has crumbled in many places, exposing the interior grounds. An ornate metal gate lies open at the end of the road, swaying slightly in the wind. Wild flora grow throughout the inner yard, but all the years cannot hide the evidence of a well-tended garden that once sat there. Near the house, a rotted wooden roof of a water well rises out of the tall grass.
Okay, everything's run down. It doesn't seem that haunted to me.
Go ahead.
Which
What do you
house?
guys want?
What is it? This house or is it this where we're at?
Oh, wow! I totally forgot to drop you guys there.
Hmm.
All right, you're fine.
Okay. Where the hell's the entrance? Oh.
So this is kind of like the outside backside of the house, and then over here is the front of the house.
Hmm.
Are these all windows here?
Yeah, those are windows.
And then what is that?
So
That's
door
the door?
here,
Uh
door here, and then door here.
huh. Okay.
Hello, anybody there?
I mean, you hear rustling of wind, but nothing other than that.
I'm gonna
Looks like they
say.
partied too hard.
I'm gonna say. Ilnival, grant me perception. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself,
Sure.
and then look around and see if there's anything dangerous that I can figure out. That's close.
Okay. So go ahead and roll perception. Okay. So I can
well,
read.
that's not a perception roll.
Oh, there you go.
That's my
Okay.
perception roll. That's so
I
bad.
mean, it's not, it's still
+1.
anyway. So it's as the description as I read. I can read it again if you like. But wild flora grow throughout the inner yard, but all the years cannot hide the evidence of a well-tended garden that once sat there near the house. A rotted wooden roof water well rises from the tall grass.
Is there any
Um,
trail that leads to the door, or can you just like look around, that like start walking around the house?
Yeah, you guys can start walking around or and looking around, whatever you guys want to do.
Is that
Uh,
foliage bigger than or taller than the halfling?
It's about up to your knees, so like the halfling, you can see the halfling's head pop out because he's still. How tall is he? He
I'm
is
only
3 feet. Yeah,
3 feet.
so you're
Um,
3 feet's still pretty tall enough for that.
Compatriots, I believe that we should probably head over to that side over there, and we should maybe perhaps start by examining the well.
Oh, that sounds like a day.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
See if there's any water in this well.
Okay, so Nacho's gonna look in the well.
Yes.
Kidoke.
Ready to roll. Anything? No.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that was on.
It's
Oh,
15.
that's pretty good.
Okay. When you're viewing the well, you notice a small cluster of small mammal remains, in the tall grass around the well, primarily like mice, squirrels, and that's just looking outside of the well, like around it.
There's dead animals around it?
Yeah, there's kind of dead animals around the well.
I don't think this water is safe, guys. Might give us some,
You're
barrier.
standing away from the well, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
You're not looking in the well. You're looking at the well from a distance.
There's a lot of nasty things over there. I say we avoid that well.
Well,
Looks pretty
gentlemen, I
bad.
find myself rather bored at the moment. I think maybe just for a little bit of excitement, we can go examine that door and head on in and verify if the claims of the drunk bastard is true or not.
If they're not, I'm going to kill them.
Greg, you go first then, I guess.
No, Greg is weak.
Okay.
Look at him. Look at his arms.
My strengths lie beyond the physical.
Yes.
What do you call you sully-looking hut?
I see that your strengths do not lie in your language either. I will lead the way. Where's the nearest door? Or
This one.
that one? That's the door? Okay. I'm gonna go up to the door and knock. Or like bang knock, like, is anyone home?
Okay. Is that where everyone's standing while this is happening?
Oh, hold on, no.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
going to... I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast at anything that deserves to die.
Okay. So you go ahead and you so you're saying you're knocking on the door and you're asking, is anyone there or something, right?
Yeah.
You hear nothing back.
Alright, I'm gonna take out my warhammer and take out my shield.
I'm gonna take out my rapier.
Sure.
and then I'm gonna stand in between his legs.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm
I
gonna
guess
grab
already
him
in that.
and
Hey,
I'm gonna put him on my shoulders.
Okay. Sure. I suppose.
Do you consent to this?
Yeah, that's fine.
You consent.
Okay.
I ready my net.
I mean, we don't. There's no like setup, but this is what I'm thinking of right now. Let's see.
I haven't. I know exactly what you're thinking of right
I'm gonna link it anyway.
Yeah, that's great.
Jeez.
That's fine.
Unbelievable. They're gonna
Oh.
get in the way of my shots.
I'm gonna say brace yourself, and I'm gonna knock or strike the door with my warhammer.
Okay. Are you with what kind of strength are you hitting this door? Are you trying to like knock with it, or are you trying to like?
Like break it down.
Oh, so you're breaking the door. Okay, so go ahead and give me an attack with that.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to roll d20s anymore. That's right. Hold on. Which one's this? This one.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Go ahead and give me damage. Okay, so you hit the door. It buckles completely, and you hear a large, like, kind of thud throughout, like that kind of echoes from the other side back to you. And the door is basically like, the top part is completely off the hinges, and it's kind of like one of those half doors on the bottom now. You've broken the door in, and it's just half a door, but the bottom is still there, and it's like splintering of wood kind of like coming out from the bottom.
Is the door mechanism already like broken? Like it's just the free hinge part of it?
He's hit it with such force that the door kind of like split, like 75% is gone. So there's a
Okay.
small 25%
So
that's still attached to the hinge.
so you can just push it open?
I mean, yeah, you could just pull it open. It's kind of like it opens out, so you kind of
Okay.
can push it in.
Well, we can see inside, right? So
Yeah.
does
Yeah, you can
my
see inside,
Does my ready to action?
and that's what you see.
Okay, so I'm just gonna cast Thaumaturgy, and I can cause an unlocked door to fly open or slam shut. So I'm just gonna fling it open.
So the little bottom part you're gonna fling open.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Can I open
A
the top part?
gentleman always holds the door
The
open for
top
the
part is
ladies.
completely like destroyed.
Um,
It's like basically like just the
Okay.
bottom of a door.
okay, I
at this
want
point.
to pick up the pieces a little bit
Sure.
and then cast mending to see if I can fix some of it.
Okay.
Why? You just want to use mending.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Single object or you can touch repairs a single break or tear. Sure, but this thing is completely devastated.
Splintered.
It's splintered like from the bottom. So if you do
Jeez.
try to do this, you'll probably you'll kind of lean it, but it'll be like you're leaning a piece of wood against a wall.
I'm just trying to weld the biggest pieces together.
Yeah,
So
like
I get-
you'll magically maybe be able to like lean the scrap against it, but
Okay.
it'll be like you'll have half vision basically.
Okay. I'm gonna walk through it without checking to see if the ceiling is smaller than the halfling actually rises up. Because I think that's what like 7.5 feet of clearance that I have to make.
Yeah. Are you leaning down, or are you trying
No,
to like?
I'm not.
So you're going to somewhat
Knock him
knowingly
out?
walk in with the halfling on your shoulders.
Yeah, I'm not even checking.
Okay, let me see how tall this door is.
It all matters now.
Let me see how tall this door is.
Didn't think you'd be doing math today.
Oh man. All right.
And to make change, I'm like, God damn it.
Isn't it just like 9'8"? It says 9'8".
I think so, yeah.
35. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have to go down. I don't think it's a pretty tall door.
I don't check anyway, but I have to go through.
Okay, so you walk in. You walk
Yeah.
inside. Okay.
Fire brigade, where's the fire?
Okay. As you are walking in, no, hold on. You gotta stay there. You got
Side?
to stay there, Greg, because when noise happened and where you were standing
Oh,
originally
okay.
here, something happened.
Oh, sorry, here.
Yeah. So, when all that noise happened, it kind of it made just so much noise, and you kind of feel rumbling kind of coming from your feet, and as soon as the two parts of your party walked in the door, four giant weasels who have a kind of like a burrow in that tall grass that you're in. They pop out from the ground and they're kind of looking for who's made that noise. They're like they're kind of looking.
Conniving
Where's
weasels.
that? Where is it?
And
Here?
so yeah, basically entirely around Ian. You see them pop from the ground.
Freaking the next
These giant
game,
weasels.
the next game we play, I'm done with squishies.
And all that noise that you guys have made, as well as the location he was standing in, kind of alerted them as well.
Woohoo!
So go ahead and roll for initiative, friends.